On November 24, 1971, an ordinary Boeing 727 took off from Seattle-Tacoma International Airport with 36 passengers and 6 crew members on board. A man using the name Dan Cooper had purchased his ticket just before the flight. No one paid attention to him. Halfway through the flight to Renton, Washington, he opened his briefcase and revealed what was inside: a bomb. He told the flight crew that he had a bomb in his briefcase. He told them he was hijacking the plane. He told them that if his demands were not met, Cooper demanded $200,000 in used $20 bills. He demanded that the money be delivered to the plane before the plane landed. He demanded that the plane remain in the air until his demands were met. The pilot radioed ahead to Seattle-Tacoma. The FBI was contacted. The Seattle police were contacted. A crisis began that would remain unsolved for 50 years. The money was gathered. Bundles of $20 bills were loaded into a duffel bag. The plane circled the Seattle area while ground control negotiated with Cooper. Cooper was patient. Cooper was in no hurry. He knew that airports were surrounded by police. He knew that there was no way to escape on the ground. But he had a plan. When the money arrived on the plane, Cooper took it. He remained calm. He remained polite. He told the crew that he wanted the plane to fly to Mexico City at the lowest possible speed, with the landing gear down and the flaps partially lowered. He told them to dim the cabin lights and raise the rear stairs. He told them that if any of the crew came near the rear of the plane, he would blow it up. Then, somewhere over the dark forests of Washington or Oregon or Northern California, Dan Cooper opened the rear stairs of the Boeing 727 and jumped out of the plane with $200,000 in cash. He was never seen again. No one knows if he survived the jump. No one knows if he landed in the forest and was killed by exposure. No one knows if the parachute opened and he escaped into the darkness. For 50 years, the FBI investigated. They interviewed thousands of people. They followed hundreds of leads. They pursued every theory about who Dan Cooper was. But they never found him. The money was never found. The parachute was never found. The only trace of Dan Cooper's existence was a clip-on black tie that was found near the rear stairs of the plane, and a small amount of money that was discovered on a beach near Portland, Oregon, in 1980. The bills were identified as part of Cooper's ransom. Who was Dan Cooper? The FBI pursued dozens of theories. Some believed he was Robert Rackstraw, a former Army paratrooper with expertise in explosives. Some believed he was Richard Floyd McCoy Jr., a man who committed a similar hijacking in 1972. Some believed he was Kenneth Christensen, a Northwest Airlines employee who had knowledge of the aircraft. Some believed he was Dwayne Weber, who claimed on his deathbed that he was Dan Cooper. Some believed he was a drifter named Robert Lepowich. Some believed he was dozens of other men whose lives and skills made them possible suspects. But none of these theories could be proven. No arrests were made. No convictions were secured. The mystery remained unsolved. The strangest part of the mystery is that Dan Cooper may have survived. The jump was made over rugged, densely forested terrain in the darkness of night. An expert parachutist might have survived. An experienced military jumper might have survived. The money was found, which suggests he may have reached the ground. Searchers found a few of the bills along a riverbank near Portland. If he jumped with $200,000 and only a tiny fraction was ever found, what happened to the rest? Did he bury it? Did he spend it carefully over decades? Did he keep it hidden to avoid detection? Some investigators believe that Dan Cooper lived. They believe he successfully executed one of the most audacious crimes in American history. They believe he remains alive, possibly living quietly somewhere, carrying the secret of what happened in the darkness above Washington State.